Hey guys, this is my second video. I guess I'm gonna do my Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 review. Um, this is turn it the right way. This is the wonderful book. 756 pages. It's so amazing. Of course, all the books are better than the movies in every case of every book ever written that they've made into a movie. You just can't help it. You can put so much more into words than you can into a picture, and so much more into someone's imagination than you can with just a video camera and some special effects. So I understand that a lot of people were disappointed with the movies, saying they didn't live up to the books, and I completely understand that. But you can't expect it to be 100% of what you've created in your mind. It's never going to be like that. So with that said, spoilers. I can't give a movie review without giving spoilers. If you've read the book, there aren't going to be any spoilers. So A+ for doing your homework. If you haven't read the book and haven't seen the movie yet, then don't watch it, because I can't promise that I'm not just going to randomly shout out like somebody that dies. So, just, I guess, tune in and give me your thoughts after you watch the movie. Let me know what you think. So it starts up immediately where it left off, which I really like. There's no screwing around. Harry has just buried Dobby, and he's still really emotional over it. They skipped over a lot of the dialogue between Harry and Griphook, who was the guy at Gringotts. Why can't I remember what they're called? Goblins. God, why can't I remember that? So they skipped over a lot of that dialogue, which was fine. It was just a bunch of back and forth, and they changed it up, which, like I said, it's not going to be like it is in the book. They made it a lot more exciting. They did do the dragon escape really well, which I was really happy with. The dragon was pretty convincing and kind of sad. I mean, it made you want to like send him to live with Charlie in Norway, because he was so starved and like treated so badly. And you're like, yeah, he's a dragon, but still, you gotta be nice to dragons. So did that part really well. Hermione as Bellatrix was really cool. Helena Bonham Carter is a genius. I think she could do anything that she put her mind to. She's crazy, absolutely batshit insane, but she plays her parts really well. Point in case, Queen of Hearts and Alice in Wonderland, absolutely awesome. She, Hermione, you know, doing the Bellatrix thing was awesome. I think it was really cool. It was more than I could have hoped for. You know, with I don't know, I couldn't do a voiceover. I don't know, it'd be really hard. So I'm getting off track. I'm getting distracted. The action sequences are really good. I didn't think the whole part with the blowing up the bridge. I mean, yeah, it was funny. It was a little takeaway, gave Seamus some lines. But I didn't think it was necessary. All the extra evil guys that weren't Death Eaters, it was just a little too much. Like, where did they all come from? They weren't mentioned in the book. I mean, yeah, the scavenger bounty hunter guys were mentioned in the book, but it wasn't to that extent. There weren't hundreds of them. There towards the end, I was worried that they weren't going to do the forest scene, because I'd seen the part in the previews where Harry grabbed Voldemort and pulled him off the tower, and I was worried that they weren't going to do the same death scene like they did in the book. They did. It was really good. I cried and I'm not going to cry. I cried the entire last, like, 45 minutes off and on throughout the movie. When Fred died, it was so awful. course, the whole Weasley family sitting over there crying. So it's hard not to feel sad for them. And I knew. I just read the book the night before. I stayed up all night to finish reading it. And I was on page 250, I think, when I picked it up the night before. And I read all the way to the end. Stayed up till 9 o'clock in the morning. It took a really long time. I don't recommend it. But it was worth it because it caught me up on a lot of stuff that I'd missed, so I was glad I did. Um, but still, I mean, when I read the part in the book where Harry looks over and sees um, Remus and Tonks holding hands on the table, I started crying while I was reading. And when I saw it in the movie, I cried again. I just leaned over onto Jody and I just started bawling my eyes out. It was so sad, and all I could think about was their little boy. And I'm really irritated that they did not have more about him. They didn't even say his name in the movie. And his name is Teddy Remus Lupin, and he actually ends up with I think it was one of Bill and Floor's kids, I think, is who he ends up kissing at the train station at platform 9 3/4 at the end of the book, which is really cool because they'll be like, oh, he's going to be a real family someday. They're going to get married, which made it awesome. I really loved the way they did the ending. Besides leaving out Teddy, they had all the kids there. They didn't go through all the names, but they had all the kids there, and they got the most important part where Harry says, Albus Severus Potter, you were named after two headmasters of Hogwarts, and one was Slytherin, and he was the bravest man I knew. That was a great line from the book and a great part in the movie. A favorite part, which I think they could have given her a little more anger, because I know how I would feel in her situation. I think they could have given her just a little more volume, I guess, at this part. But where Bellatrix is battling Ginny at the very end, the last part of the battle in the Great Hall, and Molly steps in and says, "Not my daughter, bitch." And I just died laughing. You can't help but laugh because it's Molly Weasley and you just don't expect that from her. I love how they did tie everything together. Snape being in love with Lily for basically his whole life, and Harry never knew. They did clear that up, which, I mean, they did in the book, but they did in the movies too. They cleared it up. He was always faithful to Lily, no matter how much he might have disliked Harry or James. He was always faithful to Lily, and we know that that's what matters. I guess on some level was that he always loved Lily, and Harry was always some part of her. So he always loved Harry, and seeing that bit of compassion at the end in Snape was really something. It was really awesome. I guess overall I was really happy with it. Really happy with the way it ended. I don't want any more. My dad, who likes Harry Potter despite the fact that, he's a grown man, asked me, if there were going to be any more, if she was going to do a prequel, if I thought that there was going to be, anything else, but there's not. She's already said there's not. I don't want there to be. I think it ended really well. I think anything else would just be, just feel like they were trying to make too much money off of it. Just feel like they were trying to play it up, and it might, I guess, diminish some of the importance and some of the awesomeness of the movie. So that's my movie review. I'll probably buy it the day it comes out on DVD. It was great, and it was really awesome. So I am off to see my friend Michelle. She's getting married on October 8th, which coincidentally is the day after my wedding anniversary, October 7th. Um, she's getting married to an awesome guy, Kevin, and he's really good friends with my husband. And it's weird that they're getting married and she didn't even know that they went to school together and used to work together. So that's really cool. She's a sweet girl, love her to death, and can't wait to help her get started on getting stuff set up for a wedding. It's gonna be really fun. I like to think of myself as like a little amateur wedding planner. Um, my BFF Erica is getting married at the end of August too. I'm her matron of honor. I'm pretty excited about that too. It's the first time I've ever been a bridesmaid, first time I've ever been a maid of honor. Um, so got a lot of wedding stuff to get done, and looking forward to it. Oh, and my friend Marley's getting married. So lots of weddings coming up. Not for some time. But lots of wedding stuff coming up, and I love helping. I love decorating. I love cooking for the weddings. It's great fun. It's like getting married all over again, but you don't actually have to put up with anybody new. So, um, maybe a new video tonight. I don't know if anything else interesting happens today. So, I guess have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.